Do you remember in the early 2000s, let's say you just turned 18 and you can now buy your first firearm, all right? On the shelf, you have a whole bunch of old Tommy guns, and one that really stands out to you is the wonderful Mosin again. Now, this is going to be right around $100, and that's the last time ever that those things would be right around $100. All right, so you and your friends, because you're all young, dumb, and immature, make a lot of jokes, and you also don't know what you're talking about. You make a lot of jokes about the penetration capabilities of the Mosin again and the 7.62x54R round. You'll say all kinds of things like it's for shooting 2 zip codes over. If you use it in a home defense situation, you're going to shoot your neighbor's dog through your other neighbor's kitchen. What we're going to test today is, now that I'm an adult and I have a little bit more resources and creativity, I want to know, for scientific reasons, how many houses can we actually shoot through with a Mosin again? So down there we have 5 exterior walls and 2 interior walls that are spaced about 10 feet apart to simulate shooting in one house, through that house, into another house, through that house, and then if we can actually be on target to get to the 5th exterior wall of the 3rd house, then I will be pretty impressed. So with me today, we have a residential construction expert, Tyler.
What's going on?
Tyler, what do you think these bullets are going to do to those walls?
So 7.62 by 54 should blow through all of those. Currently at the moment they don't have any sort of specialty siding like you talked about the Hardy backer.
Yeah.
So it's no concrete siding, they're not overly insulated, and spacing's pretty fair. It should just blow through all of them in one shot.
Okay, perfect. I don't know if it's going to tumble. We'll see. We'll see what that's going to look like. But one of the big reasons that I am interested in this is I see a lot of videos about penetration through drywall, different types of rounds that people are going to be using. But what if you're going clean through a house? All right. So thank you for tuning in, and let's get started with this. The walls are 20 inches by 24 inches to also establish a reasonable hit probability on a man-sized target, as opposed to just trying to see what gets through. Content is brought to you by you, the Second Amendment community. Whether you're a novice, expert, or just a little bit too curious, I hope that you find value in this content. If so, please like, share, subscribe. We're going to test out a couple of guns in addition to the Mosin again, but we're definitely going to start with the gun that originated the myth for me that you could shoot through just about anything. All right, so first round in chamber. Because this is a Soviet gun that you're supposed to shoot in the cold, I'm going to get right down in the snow to do it. All right.
Yeah, I got a feeling those didn't even budge.
The what?
You went straight through.
That is so cool. All right, hang on.
You went sideways on the last two.
All right, so in the first wall, come over and take a look at this. That's awesome.
Let's even make a hole coming out the second side.
That
Went floppy already.
All right, so it did start to keyhole at the second wall. But look at that exit. I mean, that's even just drywall, but still.
It bounces off the ground. That's why it went back up.
That is so
I
crazy.
wonder if it hit inside there. You see it traces through. Comes back up.
And it goes right through it again.
They even saw it. Hold on.
Out the
You got a really nice outline of it on this one, dude.
out the back. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
lost it in that one.
All right, and then afterwards it went off into space.
Yeah. I think it bouncing off the ground was the downfall of the bullet.
Oh yeah, but man, that would have shredded
Cool.
anyone behind that.
Okay,
Okay,
not
so
even a hole in the backside of that sheetrock.
the what?
It went right under the sheetrock underneath that one.
That's so crazy. Oh man.
Went straight through the next
All
wall.
right, so how many houses did we get through? We got
We got through one house. Well,
so it went clean through the first house, into the second house, and then, I mean, I think that would have gone clean through all the rest of them as well.
yeah, you can tell that
It
one
had enough energy to do
It had
it.
a ton of energy going,
But
so that wouldn't have been a problem.
We'll mark these up, and then I'll give it one more shot, and then we will compare that to the American 308. That was a lot of fun. I want to see if we can get through the second house and into the third house though. All right, so we're gonna, yeah, no rim lock. All right. Give another shot. How'd we do?
Oh, you stopped at the same wall.
Oh man, that one looks like it stayed pretty straight though.
Going straight there.
Like,
there's a hole there.
because it went right there. Like it didn't start keyholing.
Well, that's nice and round. That's good here. It went off good.
Looks like it went off to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that.
even if it goes through the first house, it might not go straight into the next house. It might take a curve down the road.
Right.
Go through somebody else's house.
Generally, it is not advised to make an actual assault attempt through multiple houses. I think that's what we can take away from this. That's so much fun. Go Soviet Union versus capitalists, and we'll try the 308. Oh boy. All right, let's take a look at that. Perfect imprint right there. Whoa, hey, take a look at the back on this.
Damn, there you go.
I think your round might have, oh, it didn't start to, did it fragment?
Oh, right there,
Yeah.
right off the side of the. Check this out.
Yeah,
That threw it off.
that'll go through the jams, no problem too. All right, 4 different types of exterior sheathing. We did not put any finishes on the walls because it'd take a long time. The exterior sheathing that we do have would be about the best indicator of the most resistance for a bullet actually traveling through a house. Because, oh man, that
Yeah, what happened there?
that looks like, well, it looks like it blew out the bottom somewhere. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Right there,
Oh, yeah,
right at the corner.
not bad.
The 54R has gone through more houses than the 308. Not by much.
Soviets winning by a little.
All right, so to get a good idea and to be fair, now we're gonna try some 5.56. All right.
Oh, that might have done pretty good.
So 1. That was definitely tumbling though, pretty quick. Is that it? Right there? Yeah.
Yeah, it might have got one further.
Didn't look like it hit the jams or anything like that.
No.
So, all right. So definitely, if you're going to shoot through multiple houses, the 5.56 is not your option. We'll give it one more shot. See where we ended up right there. It's so funny how clean, tiny entry wounds you get on that, or walls. There we go. We're tumbling quickly on this one. I don't think it went through too much though. The spacing between the walls is definitely really important, because if we put these things all like right on top of each other, I'm sure that the 54R and the 308 would go straight through everything.
Yeah, but I think even the 5.56 would go through them.
We didn't make it to wall number 4. I'm just out of wall number 3.
So far, bouncing the round off the ground and throwing it through 2 more walls was the best way to go.
Now we're going to try something a little bit different. All right, and now I'm going to walk up and go get something.
Well, nobody's looking. We'll just leave it, see if he notices.
What? Oh man. I guess while I was going to grab a handgun, my friend shot the first wall with the crossbow, and now the bolt's stuck. But If you can see, it followed the perfect path that the 7.62 by 54 are. It stuck right out of that first hole.
You can shoot it. I just got pulled straight out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The European version of this test. Well, actually, no, because it would be like stucco. But so up until this point, all of the rounds that we have been sending are rifle rounds, Spitzer rounds. They're a lot longer than they are fat. So we're gonna go with the old classic. All right, we'll start with the 45 ACP. I'll do a full metal jacket first, and then I'll do a Norma 175 grain hollow point, and we'll see what that does afterwards. All right. All right, up.
Oh, we have a winner. It made it all the way to yellow.
It made it. Hang on. It made it into the yellow. Did it go? Is that? Look at that! It made it to the last wall. Hang on, we gotta find that because that didn't go through. It stopped somewhere right here. That made it all the way to the last wall. It barely didn't have enough energy to penetrate. And I think that if it would have hit the exterior surface of that, that definitely would have stopped it. But that's so far our winner. All right, so if you have to rescue a hostage across multiple houses, 45 ACP. All right? I haven't had an interesting shoot to this point in a long time. So we'll go right for it. Next one's a hollow. Oh man, that deflected right after 3.
Yep.
So I went through the 4th, but then it veered off. All right, cool.
That was hollow point?
That was the hollow point, yeah. So definitely the full metal jacket stayed much more true to its original trajectory. All right, 9.
So trying with the 9mm now.
What do we got? So I mean, I'm gonna stop marking the first wall because the first wall just has a bazillion holes in it anyways. So the 9 got through the first house. Oh, that did pretty good. 9. Tyler, what type of ammo are you using in that?
I have no idea.
All right, good. Oh, we got through wall 5. It did pretty good though.
Yeah, not bad. So far, hostage rescue through multiple houses on an angle. We're going with pistols.
So, speaking of which, our next shoot, we are going to do hostage rescue when a mostly peaceful home invasion turns into a partially peaceful home invasion. An evil communist milk jug man has taken a hostage to another milk jug man.
When is a home invasion ever peaceful?
When is a protest that burns down a city ever peaceful?
Apparently the ones that happened a few years back. Why?
Yep. Where'd the googly eyes go? He saved the hostage. The evil milk jug man has now been defeated, but it turns out that his hostage is now a zombie. All right, so we're going to have to. That doesn't work anymore. It's too cold out. All right, guys. It was about -10 this morning. Okay. So don't use the weather as an excuse to not get out and train and have fun with your buddies, especially even if you come back from Burma.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm going back to the jungle.
This is a lesson of why when you get a foreign object that pierces your body, you're not supposed to pull it out, okay? Because as soon as we take the crossbow bolt out of our zombie,
wait and blow it up.
the what?
I'll shoot it with the 308 right now, blow it up with a bow in its head.
Yes.
This is why you don't pull an arrow out, because you can also just blow it up.
Shoot. That is so entertaining. All right, overview. If you've got to save a hostage through a single wall, you can use a rifle round, as we saw with the hostage taker, milk jug men. But if you've got to shoot through multiple walls, use a pistol with a full metal jacket, preferably a 45 ACP. We recovered that 45 ACP afterwards, and maybe I'll make a keychain out of it or something. But it actually ended up in really good condition. Almost looks like you could reload that thing. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you had a good time. I'll see you in the next one.